it is an incomplete casting.
What's up, everybody? This is Jeff with Everyday Hot Wheel Guys, and today we're going to be talking about something that I don't feel gets discussed enough, and it's something that's I'm really fond of, and a few of you other weirdos out there, y'all are as well, and that is errors. Now, with that being said, in my mind's eye, there's only two kinds of errors. One, packaging error. That would be something where the car may be in there upside down, backwards, the blister is sideways, or just somewhere that it shouldn't be on the packaging. The second time is going to be a physical deformity of the car itself, whether it be something wrong with the paint, whether it be missing wheels, that happens, whether it be different kinds of wheels, the wrong wheels on the car, or something wrong with the paint, or a physical deformity within the casting itself. I'm going to show you a few examples of each of those kinds of errors here in just a second. First, I want to get to the common question maybe a lot of you have is, are errors worth anything? I'm sure they are to some people. To people that don't collect them, they're not worth anything. They leave them on the pegs and skip on by them. But I will say, if you are going out and looking for errors, the ones that you're probably going to want to look for, the ones that you're probably going to get something for, would more than likely be the physical deformity of the car itself. Those packaging errors now, I mean, I've done a video where you can, fix a packaging error. If you found a car that you liked and there wasn't any more of it, but the only one was messed up. I've done a video, I'll pop it up right here that you can see. It's a short of how to fix that, and put it back in your collection so you have a good card. But due to that fact, it can be so easily faked. Packaging errors are just, they're not the way to go. The ones you may want to look for is going to be the physical deformities of the car. The ones that are missing the wheels, sometimes, people can fake those as well. We've already established that we know how to take a card apart, take the blister off, get the car out, little tin snipping, boop, and you pop the axles out, put the car back in there, boom, I got an error. But the best kinds of errors to get are the ones that are something physically wrong with the casting itself or the paint. Those are just, people ain't gonna take the time to replicate those. So as far as value, it's up to you. Mine, all the ones I have, they're not for sale. They're for my personal collection. So, if somebody comes over and says, oh, you faked that, who cares? You don't have to believe me. I'm not selling them. I'm not trying to make a profit on it. I like to collect them because they do happen. And in some cases, some of them, if you want to look at it in a certain way, some errors like that are more rare than super treasure hunts. At least in my experience. We found treasure hunts, but I've got just as many errors. So, who's to say? I don't know. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the errors.
All right, so let's start with packaging errors. For instance, here's one. We actually pulled this from our M case, I think, unboxing of last year, and it pulled out just like that. And as you can see, there is a huge gap between here and there. This is not a normal, it's not a normal way they package a Hot Wheel car. That is what I would consider an error. Another one, self-explanatory. You can see that one. You can see how that's doing. It looks like we're going to kind of, jump off the card here. But another packaging error, something simple. I find it cool and unique. And then there's another packaging error. Now, some of them, you may find a card that's maybe it's slid, a little too far this way or something. I don't really consider that an error unless it's like way over. But this one, we've got overlap. Let's see, you got overlap here, and I got overlap down here. So it's clearly crooked on the card. It's not straight. You can see, and I love these more specifically because I'm a Star Trek fan, big time nerd, and so it's an error with something I like. So boom, love it. All right, so those are some packaging errors. Now we're gonna go to some physical kind of errors, and some that somebody could fake, I guess. But so like this one, and you can see what's wrong here. It's just off the base. The base is not secure. The rivet has not been put in, and it is just kind of broken. Now I guess somebody could fake one of these. I suppose you could, put your acetone around, pop this off, drill the rivet out, just put it back in there like that. But I don't know why somebody would want to go through that trouble for Hot Wheels High. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with real. I found it on the pegs like this. It's an error. I like it. I'm keeping it. Mine. This one, yeah, you could fake it. Here's another kind that you could fake. car in there backwards. You know, Matchbox faces left, Hot Wheels faces right. So this one is facing left, so it's an error. Now, a lot of people go, yeah, but you didn't find it that way. There's a video right here. Just did it. Matter of fact, it's the last video we released where we found this at a Target in the dump bin. And just like this, again, another one of my faves because I love Back to the Future. So that's another one that's easier to fake. People can fake those. Now we're going to kind of get into the ones where you're going to have a problem faking these. All right, so I've got this one, little CRX, Honda CRX. It's, you know, it looks normal because we've seen them. Just kind of, here's another one. Just kind of glancing at them, they look the same. But if we look close, get in here so you can see it. All right, you're here now. Look at the paint around the door. See how distressed it is? It's kind of distressed around the door. As here, it's not. You know, it's just like even in the top, maybe you can see the tops. Light's crappy, but anyway, you can see it better around the doors. This one, see right here, versus that one, how it looks good and painted. So I consider this an error. It is a, you know, it's a paint error, so I'm going to consider it. We had that with the Camaro Super there. There was a video that I had two. I maybe put a video, might pop up some here. There's a video, I had two of them and I was putting them together and one looked like it just didn't have enough paint on it. So an Air Super, yep, please bring it to me. That's just a regular one. And then there's another one, like kind of goes along the paint, is the deco that they put on it. Like this is, you know, the normal Batmobile. This one is the Air. Can you see the difference? Yep, sure you can. No red. The little Batman logo is green, no red. There's no red stripes. The only red is right there on the top. So, and a matter of fact, this was, what is this, an F case, I think? Yeah, so it's F case. We was doing an unboxing video, pulled this one out, didn't even see it. Had somebody comment and said, hey, that Batmobile looked a little strange. It ain't supposed to have the red stripe on it. So went back and looked, pulled this one up, and you know, in every Hot Wheels case, there's, you know, 47 Batmobiles. So we pulled this one up and pulled the other 47 of these out. Just kidding, there was only like 2 or 3. Compared them, was like, yep, boom, look at there, Air. Didn't even catch it. But you know, that's what I'm saying. Go through your collection, guys, and check them out. You may have missed it. They're easy to miss because you're so used to seeing them and you're not looking for them. All right, so here's another one. Looks good, right? Boop. Look at the front of that, poor thing. And the thing was, this one was just, you know, it was in a box. Actually, it was at a Dollar General. I was opening the case and actually found, it was, you know, when you open the box, I could just see it right out of the gate. And I was like, oh man, Air. And again, it's a Chevy Air. Love it. So keeping that one. I think it was matter of fact, another funny story with this. In this same case, that was in the same case with this Air was this, the in-case Super Treasure Hunt. So it was a very, very good case to get. We got the Air, we got this, and I think we even got the regular Treasure Hunt, which is that Subaru, that white Subaru WRX. But yep, good one. And then most recently, the same time, we found, we found the Time Machine Air here. Didn't even realize it until we got home, but I was looking at it, and I kind of looked and I saw, well, there's a little dark speck up there. So I got to looking. Look there. It is an incomplete casting. These are the ones that you really can't dispute. I mean, there's just no metal there. It's not there. The casting was messed up for some reason. Maybe when they poured the metal in, it didn't fill it all the way up. There's an air bubble, but there you go. Another Air on a really good car. Am I selling it? No. It's staying in my collection. And on the same token of incomplete cast, we have a Batmobile. But this one, just kind of looking at it, I don't know if you can see. Let's see if we can zoom in right here. See right there? Right there, that little tip versus on the red, focus in. See the regular one, how it's actually closed in, and then on this one, it's not. A little air, but you know, had to check them out. I mean, it's very hard to see. It's very hard to see some of these things, guys. You got to kind of like really zoom in on these things. You got to get them up in your face and get them all up in your grill, so to speak, and examine them really carefully, because you could have errors and not even know it. Now, I got two that I got from a friend of mine. I didn't buy them. He didn't sell them. He said, man, I found these years ago. He said, honestly, I tried to sell them, but nobody would buy them because they thought I faked them. He's like, I wouldn't do it if I knew how to, because it ain't worth the time. He said, but I've got them. They're sitting at the house. I've had them for years. And he said, I don't want them. He said, you're a Chevy fan and an Air fan. He said, I'm gonna hook you up. So next morning, we met at Walmart, standing outside waiting for him to open the doors. And he brought me, this is one. It's the 67 Chevy C10. And I mean, I don't have to tell you what's wrong with it, but that is awesome. That is an awesome Air. It's just missing the front wheels. Great, beautiful casting. I love this casting. And it's just missing the front wheels. And he had it in a protector, and I was like, dude, I'm keeping it, because this is a car from what year is this? This is 2015. 2015. So he's 8-9 years old, and he's just had it and said, I don't know what to do with it. I don't really collect them. I'm trying to thin my collection out. It's yours. I said, yep, take it. Thank you, sir. And then another El Camino purple. I love it. It's great because it's got the Chevelle front end. I love that year. But it's the same thing, missing the front wheels. I mean, these, I've not found one like this in the wild, missing wheels like this. He found two. Now this one is it says this is 2010. That's just the copyright date right there, 2010. So this car is 14 years old, and he's had it in his collection, just sitting there waiting for us to meet so he could give it to me. It's fate, friends. That's fate. All right, guys, there you have it. That's the types of errors, the more common, I would say. I don't think there's any more than that. Those are the two kinds I've seen. Now, if you've seen something beyond that, I'd love to know about it, and it means it's probably super rare because I haven't seen it either. But those are your basic two types of errors, you know. But my personal favorites are the one that are physically on the car. One of my personal favorites in my collection is the Chevy with the busted grill, you know. I just couldn't leave him there. He looked pitiful, guys. I mean, look at him. You know, wasn't nobody gonna buy him, so I took him home. And you know, those types of errors are the ones I like. You know, I don't know. I feel drawn to those for no specific reason. I just think it's an oddity and it's neat. Simple as that. But anyway, that's errors. That's some of my favorites. Do you have any errors? Do you collect errors? If you do, let us know in the comments below. I'd love to hear, you know, about some of the other errors out there. Because me personally, like I said, I love them. It's a cool thing. It's like a little subcategory of collecting. It's now you're out there looking for your supers and your treasure hunts or whatever it is you're collecting, and then, you know, boom, you find an error. I like it. I like it. So anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell for future notifications, and we will see y'all in the next one.